Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list today. So I think today is actually going to be a pretty good day. I think there's quite a bit we're going to be watching. There is what am I even talking about? The market is on fire. It was on fire yesterday. I don't want to say it's on fire, but it had a really, really good day yesterday, which I think is going to carry over into today. So I think we're going to see a lot of blue chip stocks, a lot of bigger price stocks have pretty good days. So that's kind of where I'm focusing. I'm focusing a lot of my attention onto some bigger price stocks. There is also a penny stock that I will be watching, right? So we have the stock market, or shall I say the S&P, the SPY, up towards 270. Now, 270, that's been a previous resistance area for the S&P for quite some time. So it's going to be interesting to see how we play out today. All right. So we recently just broke through our short-term downward trend line. So now we're kind of pushing back up to the 270, 271 area where we're probably going to see a little bit of resistance, right? And I'll show you guys the screen here in just a second. But overall, the long-term trend line resistance is at, let me just do this real fast. So we got long-term trend resistance at about 272, 273. If we can break over 273, 274, I would say that we're going to be heading back towards maybe a bull market. We'll see. Who knows for sure, but that's what I would say. So let's go ahead and start sharing the screen. Oh, before we actually get started, I will mention this now, and I will mention at the end of the video. So if you guys have never joined into Boiler Room Trading, the program, or anything like that, it doesn't really matter. But I would like to mention, and I stated in the past videos, is we are going to be doing, starting next week, I will be doing, in Boiler Room Trading, we're going to do a 7-day free trial to come in and test out the waters for our trading room. So it'll be completely free. You won't need a credit card. You won't even have to sign up with your email. You really won't. You basically have to do nothing. You don't give us any of your information. So all you're going to have to do is just join into our meeting, and that's it. So starting next week, on Monday through Friday, we're going to open up the doors to our live trading room for 7 days, 7-day free trial, no credit card, no registration required. Basically show up and enjoy yourself, really. Now, how is it going to work? Come Monday morning on this live stream through YouTube, I will post a link to join our meeting. The link will also be posted, probably on like the homepage of my website. It'll probably be posted on my Facebook, our Facebook group, in the chat room. So there's plenty of ways to get this link for our chat room or our trading room. It'll be the same link all week long. So you can get it from the YouTube videos if you like to tune in here. You can get it from my personal Facebook page, our Facebook group, and inside our chat room. And you can get all of those. They're all the links to all those areas are right below. So we're gonna do a 7-day free trial. So ideally, what you're gonna be able to do is just come in, hear the live commentary, see the live charts. You're not only gonna get access to me trading, but you're also gonna have access to a few of my other friends that we trade together. So you're gonna have Matrix, who's another gentleman who's been trading for a while that works with me. Brandon, who's another really good trader that trades with me. So for a few days out of the week, you're also gonna experience what it's like to trade in a room with other professional traders. Again, it's not necessarily here, and we're not doing this so that you guys can mirror or try to follow our trades. Of course, people do, and people have success, and of course, people follow them sometimes and they lose. I mean, welcome to the game. But it's there more so for the learning purpose. And then sometimes, yeah, we'll have a really good trade, and you might be able to take the same trade. But understand that following trades is extremely hard to do, because I'll be trading with 2,000 shares where you're only going to be trading with 25 shares. So where I'm only looking for 25 cents, you may need 50 cents, right? So mirroring trades is not an effective approach to making money, because everybody's working a little bit different. We all see them a little bit different, and you're always working with different share size than the next person, to the person next to you. So again, like I said, if I'm trading, you know, some stock, I may be in 10,000 shares where you're only in 400 shares. So of course, the move I'm looking for can be much less than what you would need to make any sort of money. And that's why we don't recommend doing that. Okay. Or, you know, so you get the point, right? We do all types of, I mean, we trade penny stocks, right? I mean, we all, like, I don't want to say all the strategies, but all the main strategies you can think of, we do it. We short sell, we go long, we trade reversals, we short top reversals, we play gap and goes, we play gap downs. You know, we do first red day setups. We do VWAP rejections, VWAP bound. I mean, you name it. 50 EMA fails, 50 EMA hold, like you name it. We've probably traded it. I mean, we don't just focus on one thing, we trade, right? Like that's it. Like you can't play basketball if you can't shoot the basketball, and you're not going to be a good basketball player if you can't play defense, right? You can't play ping pong with, I mean, you could, but you would get beat, right? With just your forehand. So we do a lot of it. But anyways, like I said, next week, Monday, I'll put the link here in this video. It'll be on my Facebook, in the chat room, free chat room, everywhere. You'll find it. You'll know about it, all right? Obama, he'll be there. It'll be a party, all right? So, anywho, with that being said, let's get rocking and rolling. Am I sharing my screen? I'm not sharing my screen, but let's share the screen. All right. By the way, I was super busy this morning, so there's probably a lot of stocks out there that I don't even know about yet. So, anywho, let's do this. So first things, I'm actually going to start with MU because I kind of like MU a lot. So I'm going to start here. So if you look at MU, you'll see that obviously, you know, these past couple of days have been really good, right? But if you look at this daily chart, back from a few weeks back, right here, right, where I'm marking these yellow arrows, you can see we had resistance and then it came down, right? And then the stock curled back up and it actually broke through this trend line. So that's why we had such a big green day yesterday. And because the stock market went up yesterday. The stock market went up yesterday. So MU also did that as well, right? So let me go into this 20-day chart. All right. So looking at this actually, let me go back. No, that's fine. So looking at this 20-day chart, you can see that we had resistance at this area right here. And we're still in that zone, but we kind of broke through that. So that one's kind of irrelevant. So now we would go from, you know, like we would go from this area was resistance, but now we're focusing here, right? And let me do it. Now we have resistance in this area, right? Because we previously dumped there. So that's a resistance spot. So it's very possible we're going to see MU start rejecting somewhere in this area. So we could be thinking short bias on MU today with a target price of somewhere around, you know, either $50, like right here, or maybe even 51, which is like right there. Okay. So I know that may not be the clearest for you, but when I put it into this perspective, this is the price. So all the yellow, so actually let me put it this way, red arrows are resistance. Let me do that. Red arrow is resistance, right? If we go short, the green arrow is probably going to be where I would look to get out, somewhere around, or that's not a green arrow. The green arrow is somewhere I'd probably want to get out, somewhere down here if we go short bias, somewhere in there. If the stock starts breaking out, right, I would want to be selling. If we go long, it'd be somewhere up towards 54 or 53, somewhere in that area, right? So again, right, just to recap and move on from the stock, go to a yearly chart. MU, it's been trending down, popped up, trending down. We broke through the trend line. Now we're pressing on this resistance level. We could also get a breakout. We could see it pop up to this level right there. Okay, so ideally, I think MU might have a good day, only if the stock market continues to have a really good day, which it kind of looks like it's going to. So I think I'm going to be long biased on the stock MU today. All right. It's already trying to push up. So again, I'm probably going to be long bias on MU. I will talk about HEAR. Let's talk about that one. HEAR. So HEAR. This one had earnings, and I'm assuming that's probably part of it. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, exactly, right? If you're not familiar with what Fortnite is, and if you're not familiar with Turtle Beach is a headset game. Like basically they make headsets for online video gaming, right? You put a headset on and you play the video game, right? Recently, a game called Fortnite came out. Basically, Fortnite just took over the world. Nobody plays Call of Duty anymore. Okay, that's a lie. People do, but at the end of the day, Fortnite just blew up, dude. It just blew up. It was like Fortnite blew up like the Mustang did back when they like remodeled the Mustang. When they did the new remodel of the Mustang, it's similar to that. It just blew up super fast. And now everyone plays Fortnite. And so that caused probably a huge demand for new headsets for people to game, not to mention live streaming has become extremely big over the past couple years. It's bigger than it's ever been. Obviously, I live stream every day. So live stream gaming has become freaking huge. So when you put all this into perspective, it makes sense that they're having good earnings because became a huge demand for probably new gaming headsets, and Turtle Beach is like one of the biggest video gaming headset manufacturers. Okay, so sure, there could be a lot of things that also go into it, but at the end of the day, they're having really good earnings. Okay, it's a really big gapper. So what we got to be careful with big gappers is we got to be careful because out of the gates, a lot of times you might see them, you might see the stock dump out of the gates. They might come down, dump, and then dip buy. I always say watch for the dump and look for a dip buy because the stock went from $7 to 11. So it's up plus, what's that? That's up from 7 to, it's up basically $5 a share. Almost, somewhere around. It's up almost $5 a share overnight. Imagine if you had, right? Imagine if you had 1,000 shares, right? 1,000 shares times by 5, you just made $5,000 overnight. Overnight, you just made $5,000. And you'd think there's not people that are trading the stock HAER that just made a shit ton of money? Of course there is. If I went up $5,000 overnight, I would definitely be looking to sell some out of the gates. Absolutely. Right? So don't just think because there's good earnings and the fact that everyone's been talking about it for the past couple of days and it's been going up for a couple of days that it's just going to boom. It might, but first think to manage your risk by not jumping in right out of the gates. Because again, there's probably a lot of people that are going to look to sell out of the gates here, okay? So you might want to look maybe a little short bias to begin with. But what I would say for this big gapper is just give it a second, right? Let it do its thing, see what happens, okay? Let's see. Let's see, 1 second. Exactly. So hold on 1 second. So that's HAER. So just be careful on that one, right? Be careful on that one. Let me talk about Shield here. We might run a little later here on this, but anyways, if you're not familiar with SHLD started squeezing up yesterday. This stock had some news with Amazon. Long story short, they're going to start selling tires on Amazon, something like that. So they had Amazon in their news release yesterday, which caused the thing to fly up. But what you also notice is that it dumped out before the end of the day, but it's holding right here. It's still holding up. So watch SHLD, because this penny stock with Amazon news could very well, it could very well start running today. So we're just going to watch SHLD because of the Amazon news. That's it. That's why. All right. Roku, I'll talk about Roku. Roku a lot of times sells off all the times on its earnings. What it seems like. And if you look at the daily chart, it has a lot of resistance where it's at. So look at this, right? So watch this. Green arrows will represent support, and then red arrows will represent resistance, right? So green, support, support, right? Support. And then the red arrows represent resistance now. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Now look at when I zoom in, you'll probably see that just that, right? These red arrows are right there. So the red arrows represent resistance, and that's exactly where we're at right now, is right there. And now it's starting to roll over like that. Okay, so Roku is definitely at some resistance areas. So yeah, I would be thinking maybe a little short bias today. All right. I'm not on Roku. AMDA, there's only one play left with no, not necessarily. There's one play left with AMDA. If you're going to trade AMDA, the only thing that you should be trying or thinking you can do is buying it right off of this 50 and that 200 moving average right there. Boom, boom, right in that area. You need to be buying that right at about $1.80, if anything, right? You see how $1.80 is holding up support? You kind of see how this $1.80 is holding support. Well, that $1.80 is also, and I'll actually mark it like this. Maybe that'll work. Watch this. Now I go to a 1-year chart. That didn't work as I thought it would, but never mind. But again, look at right here. You see this level? You see these moving averages? These moving averages right here, if I draw this line across, they come out right to $1.80. Right to $1.80, right to $1.74 are these moving averages. The 50 moving average and the 9 moving average, which are going to hold up typically as support. So if there's going to be a bounce or a dip buy, it will most likely happen today around $1.70 or $1.80. And since there was a lot of people that probably short sold the stock yesterday, all right, Jesus. So again, if the stock bounces around $1.80, $1.70, short sellers will probably start getting squeezed out, and we could see a little pop. So if you're going to try and trade it, you need to be looking for a bounce or a little bit of a bounce buy right around $1.80, $1.70. That's really your only play there. Now, what else? There's so much going on right now. I can't even think anymore. Nvidia. Someone asked about Nvidia. Let me see about Nvidia. So Nvidia probably crushed earnings. Who knows? But so Nvidia is a little overextended for sure. It's actually in a 52-week high now. It's actually at its 50. It's above its 52-week high. So anywho, would I wait? Hold on. So there's the news this morning. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's the deal. There is the dying, crypto mining is dying a bit, which was also a big, you know, that was a big contributor to Nvidia's success throughout this past year, 2 years, was crypto mining. Crypto mining's dying down a bit. The automated car systems are also kind of on a standstill for a lot of things like Tesla. Like a lot of those automated car systems are kind of at a standstill right now because they just keep killing people. So, um, not that that's funny, but that's the truth. I mean, they keep crashing and harming people. So that's kind of at a standstill right now. And so they're a lot of the products that Nvidia produces is kind of slowing because of that. So this news release here is hoping that the gaming industry continues to boom because that's going to also help for they're on the gaming system. Anyways, so Nvidia, yeah, I think Nvidia is pretty good. Yeah, I think it's overextended on the daily charts. I don't think it's like a play I'd actually want to focus on. I think there's better plays out there. Yeah, this is projected. So yeah, they didn't have, but this is projected. PBR. Anywho, so there's that one. What else am I gonna watch today? Walmart, maybe. I talked about Walmart. Maybe it's changed a bit. Again, guys, I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of work this morning, so I haven't had time to go over as many stocks as I typically would have. But Walmart, it has that news that they bought out the Indian-based like manufacturer, supplier, Flipkart. That's what it is. And some people are seeing it as a risky investment where others are seeing it as a great investment. So it's kind of borderline right now. That's why I see that Walmart dumped yesterday and then it picked back up. So I think that I really don't know. I really don't have an opinion on that one. I don't follow Walmart well enough. I don't know anything about Flipkart, so I couldn't really give a good, any good input on that. So I'm not gonna mess around with that one. No, I didn't talk about any of the solar stocks. Maybe I'll do a video on that, but here again, right? I'll explain this to you as I explained to everybody in my private group. And this doesn't, and again, guys, I'm just a trader, right? I don't, I'm not some product specialist. I'm not some, I'm nothing more than an average 24-year-old guy that likes to drink booze on the weekend and trade stocks throughout the week. All right. That's it. I'm your typical average guy, but I just know how to trade stocks really well. And I'd like to cut through the BS. With that being said, with the solar industry, right? So I'm an average guy, right? I'm not anything more than, your typical dude. I went to high school. I did the college thing regardless, right? I got buddies who got MBAs, right? They did the whole thing. They're doing MBAs. They're doing this. And, yeah, and to be honest, I make probably triple the money they do, right? Even they have MBAs. But I can tell you right now, they know a lot more about a lot of school things than I do. And at the end of the day, I have a buddy who works at a company in Pittsburgh. Is it Pittsburgh? Does he work in Pittsburgh? No, Philadelphia. He works in Philadelphia for like a renewable solar energy company. 4 days ago, he called me and said, "Yo, you got to watch solar energy stocks." I'm like, okay. And then the news broke that California's, basically says all these new constructions have to put in solar panels. So let me just break this down simply. Most people are starting to focus on the solar energy. At least I'm getting this, that most people are starting to focus energy towards the solar energy companies because of the news that broke about the state of California, and that the government there in the law that's going to be coming into effect is they're going to require all new housing construction and all new housing builds to install a solar panel on their roof. How big does a solar panel have to be? I don't know. Does it have to be 2, 3, 4? I don't know. I don't know that much. If it is, cool. If it isn't, cool. But what I can tell you is that's only one state. And I just looked up some information. It's actually on my computer. It said new housing units built in California for the year 2016 was 90,000 homes. So do you really think that only 90,000, if they're building 90,000 homes in 2017 or maybe 100,000 homes in 2018, do you think that that's a big enough demand to really cause an earthquake in the solar panel, solar energy, renewable, energy market? That's what you have to ask yourself. Do you think that's big enough to really cause a boom? It might be a short-term pump that we see, kind of like the crypto news and blockchain stocks that came out months ago, right? That was a short-term, quick pump, easy money. So that's maybe something we'll see here in the the solar market. But I don't think 2 years down the line anybody's really going to be talking about this California movement. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference at the end of the day. So, and it's okay. So maybe it's two. And again, like I said, I don't know enough about it yet, but I know enough to give an input. And I don't think it's going to make a big difference. I don't personally. Anywho, so we're going to end it there for looking at stocks. Stop share. So I do apologize because I did a lot of stuff this morning, so I didn't have time to go over the average amount of stocks I go over, but let me just double check something. So yeah, the market's up to 270. Oh, 270.57. All right, okay, market's up to 270.57 area. I want to say the market's going to go up, but I think it's more realistic to see the market pull back first before hitting another bull run. With that being said, I'm going to focus a lot of attention on bigger price stocks today. SHLD, HEAR, those are going to be some good ones to watch. Do please give me a like right now. Yep. Go smash the like button because you know that everything I said was legit today. That's foremost importantly. Secondly, thank you guys for tuning in. Thirdly, since we have a lot of people watching right now, a good amount, I don't want to say a lot. I mentioned earlier to everybody that was on earlier, if you haven't joined our service, that's fine. That's completely irrelevant for what I'm about to say. What's more important is that next week, starting Monday, we're going to do a 7-day free trial. Now you're thinking, oh, here's another free trial trying to sell me on something. In reality, true. But this also gives you the opportunity, if you wanted to but weren't sure, about me or the group that I'm in and all that stuff, this gives you the opportunity to come into our trading room starting Monday all week until Friday for free. You don't need to use a credit card, and you don't even have to give any of your information, right? I'm going to give you guys all a private link to join into our live trading room from Monday to Friday. So all week next week, the trading room will be open to the public and you guys can come in. Now it is first come, first serve. Our meeting cannot host 1 million people. So it is first come, first serve throughout all next week. I may increase the amount of attendees I can have in my program, but that also costs me quite a bit of money to do. So I'm still thinking about it. We'll see. But just know it's first come, first serve. On Monday morning, make sure to join into the live stream Monday morning because I will provide the link in the chat, and then I'll also provide the link in the description of that video to join into the live trading room. That link I provide on Monday will be the same link you would use all week long to join into the trading room. The link will not change. It will be set in stone and it will be the same all week long. So again, it's going to be completely free and you can join in. You'll get access to my live trading. You'll get to see my stock charts. You guys will get to see some scanners. You'll be able to view pre-market scanners, low flow momentum scanners, things like that. You'll also have access to my good buddies, Brandon and Matrix. If you don't know who they are, that's fine. Those are two other very, very knowledgeable traders that trade in our chat room and help mentor the other couple thousand traders that are in our private group. All right, so you're gonna have access to basically 3 professional traders, some stock scanners, some stock charts, me, from about 7:30 in the morning until about 11 o'clock every day, lunchtime, right? You guys can ask some questions and things like that. Of course, I won't be able to get to them all, but that's the deal there. There is a limit to 500 people that can join into the meeting. Only 500. I might increase it just because of the trial. I might increase the number, but I have to pay money to do that, which I don't really care. I'll probably end up doing that. And if I do that, it will probably go up to 1,000. I'll probably be able to host about 1,000 people in the meeting every day. And if I do increase it, I'll let you guys know on Monday morning or over the weekend. I'll probably do some more YouTube videos and I'll let you guys know in those YouTube videos. But again, it's going to be Monday morning, first come, first serve. I'll send you the guys out the link. Let me go through some questions here real quick. Yep. Yeah, I got no beard, dude. I can't grow nothing for real. Like I grow some hair, but it's like it's so patchy that it's not even worth putting it on my face. Yes, I have been back in the gym. Again, I'm a huge advocate of working out. I really let myself go for about a couple months because I was getting my business started and it was just stressful and you know, next thing you know, I'm eating chili jogs and I'm drinking beer every weekend and I let myself go. So yes, I am back in the gym and a little tan. So I do, yeah. Discount, yes. So we'll see. So paying members will have priority to our group. Just know that. So paying members will have majority priority to the group, guys. And I'm just reading through these comments real quick. So Ripple, I apologize, but when you join, if you were to join, everything is labeled in the course section by section. So when you joined, if you were to go through the course from top to bottom, you would have been able to access everything it is that we offer with almost no trouble, at least. And then again, I do understand that some people have had some trouble. So I am going through and kind of restructuring it to make it as easy as I can. But again, if you were to go through from top to bottom, everything's pretty labeled and you shouldn't have too much trouble, but I do understand it. And I am definitely making the changes to that. Not enough. I could probably put up 2 45-pound plates like 2 or 3 times. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to end it there. Got to get back to the stream again. Chat room, Facebook group, things like that. Links below, all in the description. You can check that out. But again, Monday morning, I will let you guys know for the free trial. We'll have the link provided. Okay, so take care.